Hello everybody, Christian Jack in beautiful Montreal, where Canada will take on Australia on Friday night live on TSN and One Soccer at Stade Saputo. Here at CF Montreal's training facility, all 24 Canadian internationals trained in full on Wednesday, and as the attention really starts to ramp up towards who will start on Friday night, you can't help but think about we'll be back here in 8 months for the pre-World Cup camp, when really the focus will be on who will start for Canada in that World Cup opener. The attention then turns towards a player like Tani Oluwaseyi, who is likely to start once again for Canada, having started 5 of the last 6 internationals for Jesse Marsch. Tani, since we saw him last, has been playing very well for Villarreal. Goals, assists, starts against Real Madrid as well. We had the chance to catch up with him here today.
The one thing that I said as soon as I got there is the game is a lot faster. Not a lot faster, but it's faster. And for me, it was just processing things faster. So my processing speed in the game, and even things like, I think my strongest attribute is my runs, and even that I think I've improved on. Whether it's timing it a second better or 2 seconds better, whatever it is, and I also continuing to learn how to play off the defenders depending on where their position is, and also just continue to be a threat, continue to make those runs in behind, and then my pressing attributes are something that I pride on and I've always done really well, and just continuing to improve in that as well.
You've started 5 of the last 6 games now for Canada, but as you get a chance again, what is it that you want to be better in now for Canada? What do you still want to sharpen to become a better player for the national team?
I think it's my decision making in front of goal. I think I've scored goals at every level I've played at, and I can comfortably say that I'm good at scoring goals, but there's just some times where I've rushed some decisions that I look back on and I say, okay, maybe I'd want that back, or maybe I could have done something differently. And they say hindsight is 20/20, but I think for me, when I'm in those positions, it's making sure that regardless of what the outcome was, I can say, okay, that was the right decision.
Another Canadian international that spoke with the media today was striker Kyle Larin. Larin, of course, missed the last camp in Europe for the birth of his family's 3rd child. It seems like a big window and 2 huge internationals for Kyle. He started 12 of the first 14 games under Jesse Marsch, but only 1 of the last 9. He also gave an interesting perspective into where his mindset is now and what he wants to bring within this camp.
Just getting back to where I was a year ago, when I was just going on all cylinders and just playing with joy and happiness, and I think that's the most important, and helping the team out, and I feel good right now, and just keep building off that. Yeah, I mean it's a tough time. I think every player goes through it, but you just have to keep doing the things you do every day, and it will come back because you've done it before, and it's only a matter of time until it comes again.
And so it feels like a 3-man race right now for the starting spot up front. For Canada, Kyle Larin, Tani Oluwaseyi, and what of Promise David? He only got 13 minutes in the European camp against Romania last time, but Jesse Marsch feels he continues to develop and looks like a player that may well fit into his system. I'd expect all 3 to get minutes here in the next 2 games. Australia again here on Friday night in Montreal, Colombia on Tuesday in New Jersey. Now, speaking of strikers, you can now watch across One Soccer's YouTube channel my sit down with Jonathan David as he breaks down his favorite goals for Canada. A fascinating insight into one of the most intelligent players to ever kick a ball for this country. Jonathan David and Canada will take on Australia again live on TSN and One Soccer on Friday. We'll be back from Montreal on Thursday for the press conference from Stade Saputo at 3 o'clock Eastern.